Pretty. Nice, pretty boy.
Good finish here from Sodhi. He'll be looking to get out of this over now with a dot after a couple of poor deliveries. He can finish this nicely now and just get out, get to the other end.
He beats short cover, and I think that's also going to beat the sprinting sort of man on the boundary. So he finishes with a 4. So expensive over, 152 for 4. So a partnership of now 20 between Mushfiqur and Mahmudullah from 26 balls. Here's Santner. Oh dear. Good length, Santner. Mushfiqur uncertain. Big inside edge.
Not a lot of bounce here as well, so Mushfiqur will be happy, I suppose, with the result of that one. Not a lot of footwork. He's let it come to him. Very lucky there, I suppose, to get away.
Running, Rancer. Good move in there, Rancer. Ollie Mitchie. Brilliant, Mitchie. Good boys. Yes, that.
Oh, he's dragged this one down a slower pace, and it looks like it's going to cost him a boundary.
Been a very profitable 5 minutes here for Bangladeshi team with 3 boundaries in the space of about 10 balls here. Santner just dragging it down. Mushfiqur, small man, just rocks back and powerfully through the leg side. Really is the sign of a good player when you look at their scorecard. He's on 47 now off 56 balls, and you really don't know where them 47 runs have come from.
Short single just in front of square.
Stuff, Sat. Finish off here, Sat. Good, mate.
Say that right at the end of the over.
1-1-1.
Mahmudullah a single as well. So 8 runs from the over, 160 for 4. It's after 34 overs, so time for a Ghazi Group drinks break.
No, you've got 2.
And we can see the batting card for Bangladesh progressing to 160 for 4 at the end of the 34th over. And a very interesting phase of the game coming up now. And Owais in his pitch report talked about 280 being a gettable score, and certainly at this stage with these two at the wicket, that is possible. So let's look at the fall of the wickets. First was Tamim slicing out to point. He'd be disappointed with that.
Good bit of bowling here by Santner. Just going on with the arm.
Catch, Tommy, catch, Tommy!
And this is crucial from a Bangladesh point of view. Sumaya.
Catch,
And this one, the key wicket of Shakib Al Hasan. Rather a soft dismissal. I'm sure he'll be disappointed with that shot. But the bowling figures there. So Rance and Monroe slightly expensive, along with Jimmy Neesham, but the spinner in Santner and Sodhi getting a lot of control. Sodhi with 2 wickets, and Santner just the 1. Well, if Bangladesh go along at 6 and over, they'll be looking at around 256. But I'd imagine they'd want a few more than that. Slow nature of the pitch, of course, will bring their spinners into it. But I reckon 280, 285 will be a very, very good score on this pitch.
Probably the crucial partnership here, Owais, Momadella and Rahim. And really, Rahim has played beautifully here for the most part in this innings, piercing gaps, playing with controlled freedom.
Keep going, Ace. Come on, Ace. See you, bud.
Sodhi's been quite impressive in his spell so far. Prepared to give some air to the pit, to the ball, and skid the odd one through. Been rewarded with 2 wickets. Just an economy rate of 3.36. He's been impressive.
He's been very impressive, and interestingly, he's brought long on up. Neesham has come up, and deep mid-wicket is out. I think one of the more impressive features of Rahim is the use of the depth of the crease. They're unlucky to not pierce the gap, but nothing seems to ruffle him.
Ransa!
Great footwork there by Mushfiqur.
Brilliant pelt.
Just how he rocks back. He's able to press forward and then rock back and cut the ball just past point. That's why they talk about Asian players being good players of spin. That's one of the reasons. You've got to be nimble on your feet, got to be able to quickly get back and get forward. Mushfiqur showing how quickly he can just do a small press forward and then rock back and cut the ball.
And that's the over, with Bangladesh advancing 163 for 4.
Change your bowling, right, I'm over.
And some interesting domestic news. The Irish Senior Cup draw took place and some very tasty, interesting second round ties. Probably the pick, Donamana versus the Hills. And again, a tie that took place last year, CIYMS versus YMCA. Up in CIYMS on this particular occasion. But it's the competition all the club teams in Ireland want to win. And very interesting fixtures there. So Neesham is back in the attack. Ball stroked beautifully by Mamadullah. Very impressed with him. And of course the second competition is the National Cup, introduced 4 or 5 years ago for senior clubs underneath the senior domestic teams. And again, some very interesting ties all around the country of Ireland. Burn, Denon, Middleton, Derryaki. And that brings up 50 for Rahim. Batted beautifully out here today, and such an important innings for his team, which clearly Mamadullah is appreciating, coming down the usual glove slap. But he's played beautifully here today and looks in that type of determined mood, Oase.
Yes, a very feisty character, Mushfiqur Rahim. 24th one-day international, 50. Batted beautifully today. He's a little fighter. 170 matches he's played for Bangladesh. Career best of 117. Averaging just over 30.
Neesham will be disappointed with that, just slipping that one down the leg side. And a wide call by the Gunnar Gould.
Certainly puts his hand up more often than not, Mushfiqur, when Bangladesh are in trouble. Determined young character.
An interesting gesticulation by Rahim there. Certainly telling Gunnar Gould that he certainly sensed there was nothing on that, but looked very close from here.
Straight off the pad for me. Never in doubt. Great take by the keeper. Just look at how much ground he covers.
And again, that will be a feature that New Zealand, I don't think, will be happy about with this particular match. Certainly some of their fielding inside the circle has been sloppy, and again, a relatively straightforward stop on the boundary.
Get halfway, Ish. Come on, Ish.
And this the last over for Sodhi.
Nice Ransom, boy. Moving, Ransom. Good Ish. Bold Ish.
Watchman.
Quality, pal. Run around there, Ransom. Moving, bud.
Again, a cracking shot from Mamadullah. Big strength of his down the ground. Long stride, got inside the ball. Flat, straight down the ground for 4. Great shot by Mamadullah.
Yes, flat bats it straight down the ground. Normally, you see a batsman go across the line, try to play the slog sweep, but he's managed to flat bat it straight past the bowler. Just as effective, and rocks back this time on the back foot, pushing for 2. Bangladeshi batsman just trying up the ante now.
Very interesting. 2 of their most experienced players, and players that have been at the tail end of many an ODI innings for Bangladesh.
Mushfiqur trying his luck with the same shot. Muhammadullah just got a 4-4.
Shout Tommy Lace.
I feel Mushfiqur is the one for me who needs to really try and bat the full 50 overs. If he's there till the end of the innings, I can definitely see Bangladesh get near 290, even trying to get 300.
I agree with you totally, Owais. I think his innings, in terms of being there at the end, is crucial.
Down.
And again, and Worker seems to be in a bit of trouble down there. I don't know quite what he's landed on, but it was short, pulled away, very controlled fashion. Yeah, I just don't quite know what Worker seems to have done here, but he seems to be in a degree of pain. Yeah, he's not happy. There's something... Oh, he's gone. That's a great catch by Ronke away to his right. And you can clearly see Rahim incredibly disappointed there. Had batted so well for his 55. But he's now gone. Neesham inducing the outside edge and Ronke taking a great catch.
Yes, great delivery around the top of off-stump area. Magnificent catch. Diving to his right, Luke Ronke. Magnificent innings. Comes to an end for Mushfiqur Rahim. He goes for 55. Bangladesh 181 for 5.
Interesting for New Zealand here, just taking wickets at the right time, and that a real crucial one for them with Rahim going and Seika.
Young Musaddiq Hussain at the wicket. Only the 13 matches, but a very good strike rate. That's very impressive.
As I was talking about the inner field, Santner very quick to the ball there, preventing the run.
Santner, I'd like to see him back into the attack very soon. Perhaps he could well be coming on from the Minister end, now that Ish Sodhi's finished his spell.
Wait.
Jimmy Nation done a good job for New Zealand here. Never appeared quite threatening, but two very important wickets for his team. Most importantly, the last one of Rahim. And he'd be looking to finish this over.
Yes, Rahim was looking dangerous. I think if he would have batted the full 50 overs, Bangladesh could have got a ridiculously big score.
Again, a cracking shot, another boundary. It's the last ball of the over. How often? And you can see Neesham clearly upset with that. Over up, Bangladesh 186 for 5.
Cut away beautifully, just past the diving point. Jimmy Neesham hoping the fielder could get a hand on that.
Telethathy there from Oais, with Santner coming back into the attack as he predicted from the Minister end. And more interestingly, just the amount of last balls of the over Oais that have been put away for fun. You could clearly see Jimmy Nation upset with that in himself. You just need to finish these overs well, and to be hit for a boundary last ball of your over is so demoralizing.
Yes, it's key to finish the overs, especially when you've built up the pressure during the over. You've got to be able to finish the over with a dot ball.
Do you know much about this Musaddiq? As a player, have you seen much of him? He seems to have a very impressive strike rate.
I've seen bits and bobs of him. Yes, he's only played 13 times for Bangladesh. He's also a handy off spinner, so he's more of an in as an all-rounder. But this is stopping play at the moment. The screens need to be changed to all black. Yes, he's a young man, Musaddiq. See him with the ball a bit later on in the day. There were a lot of spin options, Bangladesh. Got Mohammedullah, got Musaddiq, Shakib Al Hasan. Which one? Rabbit Hole is the finest sports entertainment brand from Bangladesh. This match is being live broadcasted in the Rabbit Hole YouTube channel. Rabbit Hole application is coming soon for the audience.
The screen, bro.
And we're back. Thank goodness we're back. Who said technology doesn't work?
Nice, Ish. Moving, Ish. Start sling.
Santner settling in again.
Good boys.
Really like him as a bowler. I've watched a lot of him over the last couple of years. Intelligent. Varies his pace. His third spell here now in this game.
Another misfield there by New Zealand fielders. They've managed to keep the Bangladeshis down to 1. Yes, I've been quite impressed with Santner, especially when he bowled the other day. Varies his pace very well. That's what I like about him. He's not scared to toss the ball up in the air a little bit and drag the batsman down the pitch. See if you're brave enough to have a go.
Well, I think the other interesting piece of waste is this use of his front arm, which is largely non-existent. And again, I'm kind of thinking in the coaching manual and various different things. I don't know when he came into cricket, but often you'd see that type of thing coached out of someone.
Nice link, ball and sling. Good there. Move in there, Foo boy. Sat, yes, Sat.
Well, you can clearly see a nice advance to the crease. That front arm is non-existent, charging through his bowling arm.
Wait.
And again, really slow. You can see this dropping of that front arm and all that effort, but he keeps his head high, stays high, and varies his pace so well. A real intelligent bowler.
Tommy. Nice, Tommy. Running, boys.
Yes, I guess he would look at it and say, look, that's Bangladesh 187 for 5 at the end of 39 overs.
Yeah. Real side. Well, mate. Keep it going.
Yeah, I was working. Again, maybe 1 or 2 of those misfields. Like obviously that one in the last over, so he's at 1 or 2. But if you can't work, there's been just 1 or 2, more particularly in the infield. And we're back. Bangladesh 187 for 5 here. Real interesting phase as we move into the end of the next over, the final power play. And Bangladesh set for what Owais predicted at the start of play, something around 280.
Yes, the game is interesting, poised here. We've had a couple of good innings in Soumya Sarkar at 61 and Mushfiqur 55. All rest on Mahmudullah's shoulders now. If he was to go on and kick on and get a 70 or 80, only then I feel Bangladesh can get near a 300.
I've been impressed with Bangladesh's running between the wickets today. Again, that feature, pushing that first run quickly. Maybe they've identified that some of New Zealand's fielding has largely been sloppy today. But as I say, Musaddiq, 3 off 6. Oh, a very good ball from Nishan there, just holding its line, moving away.
Yes, a very good delivery there by Jimmy Neesham. He's managed to get the ball to nip around from off stump. Looks like a bit of a leg cutter. Just leaving the batsman. Similar delivery that Mushfiqur got out to.
Well, it's a feature that John Mooney talked about earlier, having played at this ground, cutters, and they're the sorts of things as the game wears on, ball gets older, that you look to be doing, but a cracking delivery from Neesham.
Good looking shot there by Mahmudullah. Rocks back on that back foot. Pulls it hard to deep square leg. Hit with a lot of power.
I think another feature of Owais is Mahmudullah started slowly early, was 4 off 13, now 34 from 39, so it just shows you no need for panic, build your innings, get yourself in.
Yes, also the batsmen have to also remember this is a small ground, so you can always get boundaries at the end of the innings, and you can perhaps score a lot of runs straight, especially hitting towards the wall 10 end with that small boundary. It's just about taking time and building an innings, and you can really accelerate towards the back end.
And again, guided to third man by Mosaddegh, and that's the conclusion of the 40th over with Bangladesh 190 for 5.
Get him, Kazi. Miss that.
And the projected score looking with 8 and over at 270, which is probably achievable at this stage, but the big issue for Bangladesh's wickets. And we move into the final power play. And interestingly, New Zealand still with 5 in the circle.
Nice, Mitchie. Good, Mitchie. Well then, mate. Keep going here. Come on, lads. Nice, Mitchie. Well done, Mitchie.
So Santner's penultimate over, 1 for 28, done a great job for his team. Really bowled intelligently.
Foo. Nice ball, boy. Brilliant, Roscoe. Slinky, good Slinky.
And we've got Hattel, the celebrated furniture brand from Bangladesh, is one of the key sponsors of this tournament, famous for its slim smart furniture. Hattel has already forayed into several international markets and won millions of hearts around the world.
Nice set, brilliant set, Dotsy set. Bowling pal.
4 dot balls here for Santner.
Here, set.
Really putting the pressure back on the Bangladeshi batsman.
Brilliant, Mitchell. Stuff, Mitchell. Finish it off, Slink. Sit here, Slink. Nice, Slinky.
And that exemplifies Santner, a maiden over in the 9th over. At the end of the 41st over, Bangladesh 190 for 5. So Jimmy Neesham to continue. 42nd over with Mahmudullah on strike. And again, this is a phase within a phase. That's 7 dot balls away on the trot. Building pressure still. 3 in the circle on the offside.
Yes, we could well see something happening here. A lot of the times bowling units talk about getting as many dot balls together as they can. This partnership has only got 9 runs of 28 balls. Sorry, 25 balls.
And it's interesting, you talk about bowling partnerships, batting partnerships, equally the same. Mossadegh playing out a maiden over the last over, so that's 9 dots on the trot. It's something for the fielding team. Clusters of 3s, clusters of 4s. How many can we get in any innings?
Yeah, this is where someone like Mossadegh has to come in and try and make sure he doesn't take so many balls to try to turn the strike over. You're not expecting to hit the boundaries early on in your innings, but certainly have to try and turn the strike over so that the opposition cannot build that pressure on you through dot balls.
Worker seems to have made a remarkable recovery. That's a great shot by Mossadegh, getting deep in the crease.
Nice stuff, boys! Work, boys!
Nearly Cunningham was getting to that stage with him. 4 off 14, got deep in the crease and clubbed it over mid-wicket. 3 runs to him and brings Bangladesh to 194.
Slow ball, another misfield by the New Zealand fielders. 4 more runs to Mahmudullah.
I think Mike Hession will be pulling his hair out here with some of the New Zealand infielding. Another terrible miss there by Nichols, I think, just at backward point. And the cost is 4 runs. Mahmudullah let off the hook there by a poor piece of fielding from New Zealand.
Yes, they've been really poor in the field today, New Zealand.
And that's the end of the over, with New Zealand, or Bangladesh, advancing to 199 for 5. This in itself will be a game within a game, in my opinion. Santner's last over. He's only gone for 28 and 9. And Mahmudullah on strike. We've now only got 4 in the circle, 5 in the deep. So they certainly will be looking to get Mahmudullah off strike. Again, clever batting by him as the crowd around us are getting excited, and it's 200 up for Bangladesh, with Mahmudullah moving to 41 and Mossadegh on 7.
Nice set. Benny. Good sling, brilliant sling. Ball in there. In that.
Santner will be happy here. He's really tied Mossadegh up.
Stuff Manu, running Manu. Good sling.
Good bit of running there by the Bangladeshi batsman. Hustling back for 2. Mike Hesson, not impressed by the looks of it. He's going to go and watch the rest of the game from the dressing room. But these days, a lot of the coachings, a lot of fielding staff would be making notes of. Oh, hits it over extra cover. I'd imagine the umpires will definitely have another look at that.
Now, I think Oweshi, you've got to give compliment to the batsman there. He clearly wasn't there, and he just makes sure he guided it over, not knocking it down along off throat. Got himself opened up a bit to get it over extra cover. A really good piece of batting there.
So have another look at that. Gets a hand on there. Got a different angle. See if this one helps us a little bit more. I think it's a great bit of fielding, personally. I think he's stopped a certain boundary.
These, for me, always take a little bit too long. I think you've hit the nail on the head there. Let's get on with the game. I think it's a great piece of fielding by Munro. Amazing how we always get it right in here, isn't it?
Set, set, set!
Gosh, Santner was quick to the ball there. Can't really see how close he was to maybe getting or forcing the run out.
Brilliant, Mitchie, boy, brilliant, Mitchie.
Yes, great bit of awareness by Santner. Picking the ball up and throwing it all in one motion. Oh, direct hit would have been interesting.
And the last ball of Santner is over, and a great spell for New Zealand. Sees him finish with Bangladesh moving on to 207 for 5 at the end of the 43rd.
There are the bowling options now for Tom Latham. 4 left from Rance, 3 from Bennett, and he looks as if he will bowl the 44th over of this match. Santner's bowled out, 3.6, good economy rate for him. Sodhi, good economy rate as well, having picked up a couple of wickets. Neesham going for just over 6.5, and then Munro 7, just the 2 overs. That's been
Stuff Manu!
the main way that Bennett has operated today. It's generally just short of a length, sometimes banging it in harder than others. And therefore, it takes generally the shorter boundary behind the bowler out of play a bit, unless you can baseball him up there. But it brings the sort of backward point, third man, you know, behind square on either side of the ground into play. New Zealand haven't been their sharpest in the park either.
No, they've been poor. They've had some good stops, but a bit lethargic. Here's 5 runs coming up. Overthrow from Ross Taylor, nobody backing it up. We've got a half chance, half effort there from Sodhi. Again to backward point, you know, escorted. Again. And again, you know, through that backward point area, coach has his work cut out over the next few days to right them wrongs.
Slower ball. Sodhi, who's been a culprit on a couple of occasions. That fielding. Yeah, New Zealand pride themselves in trying to be one of the better sides. Athletic, moving across the ground well and being accurate. So it looks as though, you know, this is not one of their better days. There's Broome, who's usually very good around that backward point. Some of the bounces haven't been easy, but you just got to get behind it. This one's fuller from Bennett.
Yeah, I will back the fielders up, and there's an artificial wicket here in Clontarf which the viewers might see, and in that particular area where we've had 4 or 5 misfields, from our position here you can see a little ridge, and the bounces haven't been kind, but we're playing international cricket here, and you expect and you want your players to be right behind the ball.
Yeah, it's not pleasant sometimes, but you just do have to get something in behind the ball. So take it on the chest if you have to. Get it to bounce in front of you. That's better. There's Broome.
And if we look at the field here with mid-off up, I'd imagine from the Bangladeshis' point of view and from a batting point of view, they shouldn't be expecting too much in their half or on the front foot here. So I'd imagine as the overs go on, they might try to use the crease a bit more, might try to get down the track a bit more to utilise that short boundary, because at the minute the New Zealand bowling attack have them in control here really with where they want to hit the ball.
Yeah, just the 1-6 I think in this innings so far. Here again is a slower bouncer. This is the time when Bennett comes into his own. He's got a variety of variations. He's finished the 44th over. He's gone for 3, 210 for 5. So there's the Bangladesh batting performance today. Good at the top, and then Mushfiqur and at the moment Mahmudullah and Mossadegh, a very important partnership, just worth 29 at the moment from 41 deliveries. And Rance coming back at the Minister end. So going for 7s at the moment. He's had a little bit of bad luck, but he's just got an important job to do here. See how many overs he gets. 4's probably too many at the end. Very full. They're just going to have a little look.
Move in there, Tommy. Stop, Tommy.
Just to see where Mossadegh got back or not. I think it rebounded off Rance. Tom Latham. Oh, yeah. Well, he's well back, isn't he?
Alan Neil just taking no chances with that one. He's got himself into a good position, but I suppose while the technology's there, he might as well make use of it. And a comfortable decision for the third umpire.
Oh, yeah, the orange there, isn't it? Cut away. That's the boundary. Rance getting too short, too wide.
Rance here, too short, too wide. And a short batsman, they love it there. They just love it short and wide, and just latches onto it, thumps it to the boundary for 4.
Man at 45, that's Bennett. BBS Cables, #1 cables in Bangladesh, and I've got an electrician beside me to use them.
I haven't come across them just yet. I'm not sure if they're up to British standard, which is what we use here.
Haven't got much work in Bangladesh yet.
No, not quite.
No.
The standards are a bit different over there than they are here, but the cable's still the same, still made of copper.
There we go. So 6 runs from this over from Rance. Nice and full, of course. He's got cover long off and long on. Yeah. Yes. No, Martin, thank you very much. He's very keen to get into shot, isn't he?
Yeah, and he's got his cables well wrapped around himself there, hasn't he?
Driving again. And well stopped. That's Colin Munro out there. Good work to his left. And 219 for 5. So 29 runs from the last 5 overs for New Zealand. Oh, here we go. Quick selfie. Yes, there you go. Hope he managed to get himself in as well as Ross Taylor. Jimmy Neesham. Slower ball. And there's Broome again.
It's really good bowling from Neesham here. Bowling his cutter into the pitch, making the batsman work hard. Batsman here needs to stand still rather than moving away across. It's always harder to hit that slower ball while you're on the move. So if he was to stand still maybe and try and target that scoreboard area more so than... Yeah, it's nice and wide from Neesham, so it's going to be hard to hit it there, that area from there.
Giving him a bit of room, and another nasty little bounce for Ish Sodhi, this time to his left. Just almost threatening a catch. And then going underneath the fielder.
Yeah, we've only spoken about this. This is the second one just like this as well. You can only say poor commitment from the fielder, really. You know, as a bowler, you've done your job, you've executed your plan, and your fielder's just let you down with that one, unfortunately.
going.
So there we are. There are the projecteds for you. Well, that'll be a wide, I would say. Yes, it is.
Neesham just getting a tad bit frustrated here. A couple of words now to the batsman as well. It's a really difficult stage of the game here for the bowler, and he needs to just keep his cool. There we go, just over the batsman's head. He needs to just keep his cool now, get his line, get his length right, think clearly.
Going hard, can he get there? No, it's just over the head of extra cover. He's found a gap.
Yeah, and exactly like what we've been talking about here, the batsmen know exactly where the ball's going to be, or at least they should know where the ball is going to be. It has to be a heavy length with that field, so really clever batting there, use of the feet, giving himself a bit of room and smashing it over the covers.
So Mossadegh now 29 from 30. Neesham under pressure. Doesn't that get across?
Step Benny!
Hamish Bennett out there at long on.
Some good work from the fast bowlers union there, helping out his mate at the death. That's very important at this stage of the game, and you know, the bowlers sticking together there out in the field when things haven't been going right for them.
Shorter picks out the sweeper. Another single. So 10 runs from this over. 11 with the wide, of course. 6 wides now by New Zealand in this bowling performance. So an extra over.
His partnership is built nicely as well now, moving on to 49 off 53 balls. They've scored off a lot of balls, these two, haven't they? They haven't let dot balls build up, and it's helped them to keep, I suppose, keep on top of the game and the run rate.
It's gone full, but it's costly. It's a good stroke. So 50 partnership between these two, 46 overs, 234 for 5. Good over. .35 runs from the last 5 overs, so Bangladesh picking this one up. 53 runs now between these two from 54. And for the first time since probably the first power play, over 5 runs and over. Well bowled, Rance.
Yeah, and you can see from this end, the Minister end here, that Rance is not afraid to go for the fuller ball, I suppose, earlier in the over here. We do have a bit more, it's a bit more of a hit down to this end here, and straight away, first ball of the over, he's in, nice and tight into the block hole.
Misses the hole this time. There we go, there's Colin Munro. Not surprised, just taking a little bit of time there. Just as he got it accelerated to his left and then had to stop quickly, there was the slide. Physio accelerates towards him.
So he's just missed his length. Nice flashy drive outside the offside, and he's just slipped as he's gone in to get that ball. I think it looks like he's landed awkwardly on his hip.
Looks as though Munro is going to continue out there. Physiotherapist just beyond the rope. Can they get two?
Stop forward!
Taylor's accurate. But the good pickup.
I've been impressed with the intensity of the Bangladesh running in between the wickets. They've pushed the New Zealanders the whole way, and it's 50 there for Mahmudullah.
Yep, 50 from 54. 6 boundaries for Mahmudullah. So good strike rate for him. Neil Broome coming in.
Brilliant, man! Broome! Someone!
So one of the key sponsors of the Ghazi Group, tyres, tanks, pipes, pumps and other concerns. Ghazi TV are associated with the progression of the nation, dominant in manufacturing, IT, banking, wow, and insurance. They cover everything, folks. Full toss. It's Taylor out there.
Good over for the New Zealanders here. Grant's keeping it nice and tight, keeping the boundaries down, which is the important thing for New Zealand. Boundaries is what's going to let this Bangladeshi score creep up, and at the moment they're really holding them here, and it's just missed his length, but we'll take one run.
Yeah, important last ball of his 8th over. Grant's 5 from this. In comes the man from the boundary into the circle. Now it's square. Looking to get full, I think. Yeah. And eases it down. So the 47th over is complete now. 240 for 5. Dublin Bay. Wow. Caribbean Princess in town. So that's the Caribbean Princess in Dublin Bay, nearby. You've been down to see that, have you, John?
I haven't been down to see it personally, but I'm sure there's plenty of shopkeepers around Dublin very interested with the tourists coming in off that boat today.
They'll love it, wouldn't they? Quite a few decks, weren't there? Here's Hamish Bennett. Slow bouncer to start.
And it'll be interesting here because as a bowler you don't want to get too predictable, but the thing that we saw in the last over was 2 full balls, 2 boundaries, maybe even got away with 1. So I don't think they can afford to take the risk of it, but again you don't want to just get too predictable by bowling the same ball over and over, and that's where the problem's going to be here for the Kiwis and for Bennett in particular.
Long off and long on, back on the boundary. Is it going to be Fuller, this one? Yeah, but it's going to be wide as well. Things just been a little untidy at times, I think New Zealand would feel at the end of this innings out in the field.
Yeah, and I suppose New Zealand are looking ahead, as I presume Bangladesh are as well. They want to play today and win this tournament. But the bigger picture, I suppose, for both these sides is the Champions Trophy, and it will be seen as the build-up to a bigger thing. So maybe time to get these out of the system now rather than in 2 weeks' time.
I think I'd agree with that. Here's the short one again. It's high. They own a chance or not. Having to run back. It's a difficult one. Oh, well taken. Very well taken indeed. That's Rance, who's fielding up in the side the 30-metre circle. That short, fine leg, having to run away with his back to the crease and the stroke. Not easy at all. Gets a top edge. That's Mamadullah, and Rance running away. Judges it very nicely indeed. Always difficult. Has to make a late-minute adjustment there. So Rance, a good catch in the bowling of Bennett. He's delighted. Mamadullah 51 as he walks off now from 56 balls. Good strike rate, but he goes at an important time. 242 for 6.
Oh yes, anyway. You've got
Here's Bennett to Mahdi, the new batsman. Mossadegh, they took the single. And it's another wide from Bennett. So Mahdi Hassan, the off spinner from Bangladesh, started his test career in such an outstanding way with 19 wickets. Slower ball again.
Thanks, Gunner. Oh.
That's the variety of Hamish Bennett. Playing for Wellington at the moment. He's only gone for just a tick over 3 runs and over, so he's kind of in the end done his job.
Yeah, I think he's been really good. With the exception of a couple of wides here and there, I think he's stuck to a plan. And you can't ask any more from your bowlers than to bowl to the plan that you've given them.
So can they get away with a couple here? No, just a single.
What do you got from me, Gunner? 2. Good to go, my son. Thank you, mate. 2, mate.
Yeah, so you can see Bennett has been the pick of the seamers. 1 for 28, including the maiden. Santner really good, Sodhi really good, but I think Bennett has been excellent throughout and has just tried to hit that back of a length. Early doors he went short and he was sharp to the opening batsman and put them under pressure with the short ball as well. So he's done well. If he'd be looking now just to finish off the innings for his skipper and come in maybe less than 4 and over for himself.
Sodhi now has been moved back to the 3rd man boundary. It's just going to be a little bit more pace in this delivery if he might be running it. Yeah. And he's got away with that one.
You can have 1 for that. Good one as well. Thanks, mate. 1. Batsman, that's 1.
He's bowled. That's the 7th ball he's bowled already. Still one more to bowl.
Might thank the umpire for that one as well. He's let him away with one there, maybe two. So he'll be looking to make use of this last ball of the over and get New Zealand off Bangladesh into the 48th over as quick as possible.
Swing and a miss to finish the over. 48 gone now. 244 for 6. Important last 2 overs. Tigers at a nightclub, really going for it too, aren't they? It's their favourite number.
I just love their passion. You know, I love watching them, how they go about supporting their team.
Moving, Tommy. Step
Rance
Rancer,
can't
bowling
gather in the
Rancer.
follow through.
Good ball.
Yeah, it's just been a wee bit, just a little untidy. New Zealand perhaps could have stopped another maybe 10, 12 runs in the field.
Fraction away.
Just over 5s.
Just a little too far. That's too far for leg stump. Yes, it's leg stump.
Well fielded. Quite good work for the big man, Bennett.
Yeah, and a good option here from the young man. I think he doesn't look like the biggest guy, and I suppose that Bangladesh have produced in cricket terms. But using the pace of it there, predicted it was going to be full, and that's probably going to be his best option for a boundary.
Mossadegh. He wants to get back for 2 if he can, but he can't.
Saf Manu, brilliant Manu.
I think if I was the bowler here now, I'd bring up either mid-on or mid-off, maybe one of them to this guy. Well, what they're actually doing is bringing up square leg, deep square, and putting back fine leg to just take that lap shot out of the equation, because let him try and hit it over the top for 6 maybe.
Slow and goes full. Doesn't get hold of that. That's a good length. But it gets Mossadegh back on strike, but 4 singles. Rance doing the job.
That's some of the better fielding we've seen so far today, Jeremy.
Body nicely behind it. Full ball again.
Stop foe, brilliant foe.
Taylor mops up.
So a chance for Rance to get out of his spell here. He's been really good in the last 2 overs, last 3 overs here for himself personally. So a nice little finish in the block hole, maybe no pace on it. Let the batsman try and see if he can put it out of the park.
Well, it helps him bowling to Mahdi, doesn't it? Well, can Longoff get around or not? No, he can't. Finishes with a boundary. Missed the target. So 49, 1 over to bowl, 253 for 6.
I think just the big mistake he's made there is he's put too much pace on the ball.
35 runs from the last 5 overs, so sevens. '50th over for New Zealand, and Mossadegh is going to be on strike to Hamish Bennett. There's the last ball of the 48th, and could just get inside it enough to access sort of that extra cover boundary which was unprotected. So now, the variations of Hamish Bennett. How'll he get on today? He's gone for just over threes. 9 overs for 28. He's picked up a wicket. And he's got a wicket as well. First ball, it's Rance again. Takes this time an easy catch.
Some good bowling there from the New Zealanders. Slow into the pitch, saw the batsman, followed him, tried to make the room for himself to just lob it up over 45's head on the leg side there. Didn't really get enough on it, didn't commit to it, I don't think, fully. And a very happy Bennett there to take the wicket. Mossadegh Hossain has to go, 41 off 41. Bangladesh 253 for 7.
Mashrafi. Slower ball, they'll run a by. It's a wide. So a wicket from the first ball. They get 2 for the second delivery, and it is a wide. This was the first ball of the last over. Mossadegh just picking out Rance straight to him, really. So Bennett gets his second wicket in the innings. Done a good job, really, for his side, bowling 3 or 4 overs in the last 10. He's got a top edge. He's going to be out. Is it Rance going to get 3? Yes, he does.
And a hat-trick of catches for Rance. Made that one look very easy. Even though he's looking up to the skies now as if the sun might have been in his eyes. You'd be very unlucky in Ireland for the sun to be in your eyes for a catch. But as you can see, just dropped it short. Fairly predictable what was going to happen. The batsman was on to it quick, but straight up in the air. Great catch from Rance. And the young man, Mehedi, has to go for 6 off just 6 balls. Bangladesh 255 for 8.
New batsman, Rubel. Well, is that, no. Not a wide. Got away with that one, maybe.
Oh, I think that's good bowling, I think. Yeah, he's followed him. He saw him, he stayed leg side of it, and Bennett's just followed him, put it right onto his shoulder, and evasive action needed, and a perfect ball for New Zealand. Dot ball at this stage of the game.
And they're gold, aren't they? So far he's got wicket wide wicket. Dot ball. And another dot ball. Oh, are they going to get a bye? No. Indecision. Bennett gets another dot ball.
Really is a horrible position to come out and bat in now for a tail ender. You know that the big fast bowler from the opposition side is not going to be giving you too much in your half, and he's taking the pace off it. Instinctively, you just go back to try and club it, but then once the pace comes off, it's just so hard to get your timing.
So 4 dot balls in this last over. And in comes Bennett again. 2 balls remaining. Mashrafi has got a bottom edge on that. He's coming back for 2. Now that might be out. No. They're going to have a look, are they?
My initial opinion is he's going to be short. And yes, he didn't even have his bat grounded. So potentially could have got the dive out and could have got the bat grounded, but some good work from Ronke. And he's left short and high.
So Mashrafi, the captain, has to go. They'll be given 1 run. 1 completed run out because he didn't ground his bat. So some poor running, really. And it hasn't been a good last over for Bangladesh.
No, and you don't want, I suppose, your big fast bowler diving in at this stage of the game and injuring himself either. So probably wise of him not to pull the dive out, but you would be asking questions about his bat not being grounded.
Last ball. And a big swing and a miss. They'll run for the bye. And it's been a terrific last over from big Hamish Bennett.